So I just turned 29 years old, and I realized I still have no idea what I want to do with my life. That's kind of a scary thought, right? Your whole life, a whole lifetime, what legacy you want to leave behind, what things you want to be doing, what things you want to be known for. There's a lot of pressure to put on, what do you want to do with your life? I do have some ideas of what I want to do with my life. Probably too many ideas. I have too many different interests, too many different things that I want to do that I don't know exactly where to put my focus. And so in many ways, it's sort of split across a spectrum of different interests, all that kind of tie together around a passion for story, a passion for storytelling, for sharing moments and memories and creating active fictions that can help to bring out something otherwise unseen. I have a lot of ways of sort of exploring this passion for story. Number one among them being acting. I studied acting and have a degree in acting. Writing. I've done a bunch of writing, personal writing, and things on fantasy stories and novels and ideas that I have. Storytelling. I'm actively play Dungeons and Dragons with groups of friends and creating stories in sort of fantastical settings and sometimes science fiction and superheroes and all sorts of different sort of settings and genres. I love film. I've loved film for as far back as I can remember. I've been a big movie buff. Try to get out to the movies as often as I can. There's some excellent TV out there. I love reading. I love reading novels, short stories, poems, fiction and nonfiction, comic books. There's so many different mediums of story that I am still exploring, and I love it. I soak it all up. But one of my interests is actually YouTube. And I know what you're thinking. YouTube? Why YouTube? There are so many more productive things you could be doing. Yeah, you're right. I've always had a soft spot for YouTube. YouTube has been a big part of my life. I've been watching YouTube for as far back as I can remember. I still watch a lot to this day. Definitely too much. I definitely watch too much. I have been a faithful YouTube viewer, follower, viewer, fan. Yeah, viewer. Over the years, who I've watched and what I've watched has certainly changed, but I love finding people with similar interests who can bring out different things from those interests into sort of enlivening a discussion to form a community around. Okay, sure, but why YouTube for you? Well, as you may or may not know, I've dabbled around in YouTube over the years. I've created some videos over the course of the last 10 years. Some of them are a little embarrassing, but I'm still going to post them on my page if you want to watch them. I've got some funny skits and things that, looking back, are maybe not the most polished, but at least fun to watch. And I've sort of dabbled on and off over the years, but YouTube is something that I've always thought that I could do, something that I always thought that I could push for, that I could invest in, that I could really try to excel at in one way or the other. Okay, cool, but why YouTube? Money. Yeah, it's for the money. No, I mean, there are plenty of people who make a career on YouTube. I don't know if I'll ever be one of them. But I don't know. I've come to find that YouTube is a great way to put thoughts forth, to sort of foster a community of like-minded and people with similar interests, or even people who have very different interests and are just kind of drawn by different elements to sort of relate together in a semi-social setting. Obviously, I'm sitting here talking to a camera in front of a big light. It's a little impersonal. I'm the only one in the room, but I hope that this is something that we can start to establish some kind of internet rapport, some way of establishing common interests, or maybe interests that you haven't expressed before or even thought about before. Different things that I've been thinking about or passions that I have that I want to share with you all as a viewer. Sort of create a journal, sort of create a timeline of my progress as I go pursuing some of my interests and pursuing some of my hobbies. To take a look back at where I start and then where I go from here. To look at the videos that I will be making, the sort of content, how I will change, how the set might change, the video might change. The kind of videos that I will be making, the sort of content that I put up on this channel. And speaking of video content, well, what kind of content am I looking to make? That's a great question. I don't know. I've got a lot of video ideas that I'm going to be sending your way. I'm going to commit to doing at least 2 a week I would love to make 100 videos by the end of the year. That's my goal. By the end of 2022, I would like to have created 100 videos. But exactly where this channel is going to go, I really don't know. I plan on doing some movie reviews. I've done some of those in the past. I really enjoy that. I want to talk about my love for storytelling, books that I'm reading, video games that I'm playing. I want to talk about just thoughts that I have in my head on different topics and different issues, and we'll try to keep it light, we'll keep it fun, but I appreciate any feedback that you can send me as we go along. So here we are. This is the before picture, if you will. Keep posted for new videos and new changes as we go, and see what you can notice along the way. Thanks so much for checking out the video. I really appreciate your viewership. If you would like to just subscribe to wherever this channel is going to go, I'd appreciate it. And I will keep these coming out regularly, and we'll have some fun along the way. Thanks so much. Bye.